So I just got off of the phone call with my very first business mentor, and we were talking about just how things are going. I really didn't mean to join the call; it was completely by accident, and there's a bunch of people in there, and I just so happened to be next on the call, and I was like, "Hey, how are things going?" And I told her, the updates, and I was like, "Oh, this is working, this wasn't working. I decided this, and so on and so forth." So cool little update. And she was sharing with her students that, a lot of her students start this business and then eventually go on and start other businesses. Not because the business itself is so great, but because when you take action towards a goal, you start building confidence in who you are as an entrepreneur and as a business owner, because you're like, wow, I actually did this. I actually did this goal or this thing that I was working on accomplishing. And funny enough, I told her, all the things that I'm doing now stems from me taking your course, me joining your program. Because let me give you guys, kind of bring it back. I remember the day I signed up for a program. I jumped on a sales call. I didn't know it was a sales call at the time, right? I just jumped on a sales call, joined the funnel from her YouTube video. I jumped on a sales call with the sales guy. We went through the whole spiel. He asked me what about my goals, what are the things that I wanted to accomplish, all that stuff. I thought it was a good conversation. And then he got to the part where, if I wanted to join the program. And I was like, yeah, I'm really interested in joining the program. I want to learn how more, right? And he said, okay, well, the program is going to be $3,000, okay? And at the time, I didn't have $3,000. I was literally on the phone, okay, sitting outside my old job, and I heard that. I heard $3,000, and my heart dropped. And I remember being quiet for what felt like 10 minutes. And I was like, give me a second, okay? He said, all right. I put the phone on mute. I literally look at the phone and I think to myself, $3,000. Wow, how come it's so expensive? And I just couldn't think to myself, I have never spent $3,000 for a program before. And I was blown away. And I asked myself the question, what's the worst thing that could happen? Worst case scenario is I'm out $3,000. Best case scenario is it works and I make more money than this $3,000. And I really had to dig deep because I started working 5-10 minutes. I don't know why I scheduled the call so close, but I started working 5-10 minutes. So I had to decide. And I thought to myself, look, what I'll do is I'll put it on a 0% interest personal credit card, because I didn't know anything of that business credit doesn't apply to your personal credit report. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to put it on my personal, I think it was my Freedom card, 0% interest for 12 months. I think it was I had 10 months left. So I ended up answering the phone. And I was like, you know what? Let's do it. He took my credit card information, welcomed me to the group. I hung up and I went to work and I was ecstatic. I was terrified. I was scared, but I was ecstatic because I took a leap of faith. Because I spent that much money at the time it was a lot of money. Because I spent so much money, I was determined to make this thing work. There's a saying that goes, if you don't pay, you don't pay attention. Because I paid so much, I made damn sure that this thing was going to work. And it's been about 4.5 years later and it's still going. It's still making money from this business. And I'm very grateful that that happened. I'm very grateful. If it wasn't for her and her coaching program, I think I would still be on YouTube University, still trying to figure things out myself. That was the first big program I ever bought. I bought a bunch of programs lately, after that, obviously. But going through that has really been a life changer for me. Not only just spending the money or not being in a program, but taking a leap of faith in myself and believing in myself that I can accomplish what it is that I want to accomplish. It's just a little story I wanted to share with you guys because it's always sticks in my head. If you feel like there's an opportunity that's there for you and you want to take it, but it costs money, I highly suggest taking it because money can always be made. The upside of you actually gaining confidence and trying something new and generating a business or a side hustle or whatever the case may be just more beneficial to you. And so, I tell people are like, oh, what if it doesn't work? I'm always like, what if it does work? Yeah, that's my crazy story. I wanted to share that with you guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you're still here, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.